Hi everyone, my name is Katarina and welcome to day one of my little 24 Days of Pilates series. I think it's going to be a fun month just sharing new Pilates video every single day on here, leading up to Christmas, leading up to the holidays. But yeah, we're going to get right on into day one. Just going to be a lengthening, toning based Pilates flow. And I just have a few exercises where weights are optional, so if you have them, feel free to go grab them in advance. Again, just an option here. So we are going to begin on the edge of our mat. Just make sure you have some space out in front of you. Send those arms on up towards the ceiling, and we'll lace those fingertips together. Lengthen that spine up. Feel those arms lengthening as well. And as you exhale, start to drop those arms. That chin is nodding down. We're rolling down one vertebrae at a time, just bone by bone. Walking those hands out. Walk them out. We find that nice high plank. Those shoulders are squared off over those hands, just holding here. And those hands are gonna walk all the way back. Meeting at the feet again, where we roll up, bone by bone here. Head lifts last, then those shoulders roll back. We're gonna take one more. Again, start with that chin nod down. One vertebrae at a time. Hands walk out, you find that high plank. And let's hold here. Get our timer going. We are holding this one for 45 seconds. Holding nice and steady, keep those glutes down. Never wanna lift them too much or drop them down too low. We don't wanna arch that back. Again, shoulders are over the wrists. Tuck in those abs. Holding steady here, you got it. Holding, holding. Just warming up that core right off the bat here. Waking up those abs. Let's hold here. We're almost there. Give those thighs a nice squeeze. Find that core engagement. Find that engagement of both thighs. All right, all right. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it on down. Quick child's pose, just drop it down. Stopping our timer, don't mind my puppy as she walks in the frame every so often. Your child's pose, because we are rising back up for a 30-second plank, but this time we're gonna begin by lifting that left leg just a couple inches off the ground. Again, starting that timer. Lift that one leg, it's really just off the ground a couple of inches. We don't want to lose that plank position. We don't want to lose that form here. It's like we're shooting energy out to that toe behind us. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that thigh. All right, we are over halfway, just 10 seconds left. Focus on your breathing. Here we've got 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, getting right into the other side. Hold it up. Hold that right leg up now. Again, super important, we don't want to lose that plank position. Core is engaged, we are holding, holding. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Here we go for 3, 2, and time. Drop that foot down. Open up those knees, sink those glutes back behind you. Let's reach those arms forward. Again, feel those arms lengthening. Coming up to all fours out of our child's pose, making our way into that quadruped position. So now also would be the time, if you prefer to grab those free weights, those hand weights, go grab those. Got mine right here. Just got 5 pounds. I would recommend light ones. I prefer 3 honestly, but I just have 5 here today. I'm just gonna use one weight for now. First, let's start by lifting that right arm up, and as we do so, that back leg lifts. Squeezing, squeezing. This is our balance challenge for the day. Really engage those abs, try to prevent any little wiggles forward and back. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, drop it down. Roll back the shoulders a bit. Switch that over, switch that hand. See how we're feeling on this side. Sometimes you might notice, feel a little more stable, a little more just flexible, stronger, things like that on one side versus the other, which of course is totally normal. Starting with that left arm, right leg. Holding steady here. Try to relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Tuck that core in. Give that thigh a nice squeeze. Point that toe. Keep that weight lifted. Try to square off those hips. Don't want to open up those hip bones like that. Keep everything squared off. Almost there. We've got 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Lower it down. Just place that weight to the side. Quick little stretch here. Quick, just stretch. All right, continuing on. For these, you can continue using the weights. I prefer just body weights personally. Just body weight. First, right arm lifts, back leg, bring it to that first side. So, holding steady here. Once you're balanced, once you're feeling it nice and secure, little pulses. Up 1 inch and down 1 inch. Notice how small they are. Just up and down. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. We've got that thigh nice and tight. Energy is pressing out that fingertip. Little lift and lower. Again, keeping those hips nice and squared off. Up and down here. See if you can point that toe. Keeping that hip in line. We don't need to bring it high, nothing crazy. We are working those glutes, those hamstrings, that core, and again, that balance. I always think it's important to work on balance in Pilates. We're here for just 10, 9, 8, 7, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Getting right on into the other side. Again, see how we're feeling on this side. Left arm lifts, right leg is extended behind us. Once you've found that balance, feeling nice and controlled, we'll add those little pulses. Just down 1 inch, up 1 inch. So trying to keep the whole body still, just that arm is moving, just that leg is moving behind you. All right. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Down and up, down and up. Squeeze that glute, squeeze that thigh. We're almost there. Feeling that Pilates powerhouse work, that core. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh no, my flower. Come on down. All right, just relax. Again, roll back those shoulders as needed. You're almost there. Grabbing that weight one final time. All right, let's start. We'll start on the right side. First, lift the leg. So that left leg will come on back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Once you're stable, we're getting our tricep kickbacks here. Tricep kickbacks. So bring that arm toward the side of your body. Just flex the elbow only. Flex at that elbow. Bring it back. Feel those triceps working. You'll notice keeping that tight core will prevent you wiggling back and forth. Now we've added that weight. So if you don't have that weight, we'll just make this motion. Extend that arm back. Fist comes up, back and forth. Still keeping that leg out. We're still getting that core work, that balance challenge. The weight is just adding some instability. And of course, it's activating that tricep muscle a little extra. We have 5 left. Press it back for 4. Last 3. Here for 2. 1 more. Yes. Drop it down. Transfer that weight. Same thing, other side. Starting with that right leg, we extend it back behind us. Once we're stable, we add our tricep. Kick it back. Try to keep that whole leg engaged, that thigh is engaged. We're pointing that toe. Just flexing at the elbow. Flex and return. Trying to keep those hips squared off still. All right, never flaring out that core here. Find that breath. Fill those lungs up with air. Final 5. Here for 4. All right, 3. Last 2. 1 more. We've made it. Drop it down. All right, we have a few bridges coming next. So for our bridging, find the center-ish point of your mat. Sitting on down here, slowly come on down. Just make sure that head is a flat on your mat. So if you have a bun or a ponytail, I do recommend shifting it up or down just so you have a flat surface so that neck isn't crunched, just for safety, things like that. Start by bringing both hands, palms down next to the hips. All right, so you've got that neutral spine, tailbone is heavy here. Take a big inhale to prepare. And then as we exhale, the move starts with that tailbone. We start to tuck that tailbone under, scoop that core up, find our bridge here. So this is my top point here, my peak. I don't recommend coming too high into that bridge, so we damage the neck and shoulders. There's just no need to go that high. Also, we don't want to have the glutes too low either. Finding that nice happy place here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. All right, and as we come down, we are articulating this motion. That top back hits the mat first, then the middle, then that lower back is very last. A few more here. On that next exhale, we start to scoop on up. It's like we're peeling ourselves off that mat, just bone by bone, we lift on up. We are activating those hamstrings, we're activating the core. Feel those thighs working and the glutes for sure. Definitely a good glute workout. Holding for a few breaths. And we'll begin to roll it down. Control is key as we lower it down. Control here. All right, on this next one, we're gonna lift the leg. Getting fancy now. So, tuck it up. Scoop, 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 squeeze, squeeze. Everything is active. May need to play with that foot placement just a bit. Once you're feeling stable, go ahead and lift that right leg up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Core is tight. As we're lowering and lifting, we want to keep those glutes lifted. We also want to keep the hips as stable as possible. Everything is nice and tight. This leg is controlled. Feel that leg lengthening. We've got 3 and 2. Last one. All right, drop it on down. With control again, we make our way down all the way onto our mat. Bring it over to the other side, getting right into it. Articulate that motion. Bone by bone, we lift on up. Once we are stable with that left leg, lower down and lift. Find that engagement of that thigh. Try not to drop that hip as we lower and lift. All right, keep it up, keep it up. Make sure we are breathing. Here for 5. Squeeze 4. All right, 3. Just 2. Last one. Drop it down. Again, with control, we're calming down. All right, hug those knees into the chest for a second. Take a little rock side to side. That feels good for you here. Or just hug those knees in, nice and tight. All right. One more here. One more, single side. We're coming on up. Roll up into that bridge. Go ahead and extend that leg. We're making little circles all the way around. Again, really try not to move those hips, just that leg is moving. Let's switch directions. Other way. Last 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, but keep those glutes lifted. We're taking to the other side. Little circles. Circle it around the other way. 3, 2, and 1. Drop that foot. Roll on down. So good. Send those arms up. Let me scooch myself back. Arms are up overhead. Tilt those knees to one direction, and their gaze will face the opposite way. Just feel that little twist here, that spinal twist. And we'll take it the other side. Stretch out the other way, so knees tilt to one direction, our gaze faces the opposite. Couple nice breaths here. All right, go ahead and roll yourself on up. We're gonna make our way to standing, starting to wind things down here. All right, so just how we started class, let's send those arms on up. Lace those fingertips together. Lengthen that spine all the way toward the ceiling. Up, up, up. And from here, we're gonna send that stretch over to one side. Feel that oblique stretching. We did a lot of obliques with our quadrupeds. Stretch them out. Other side. Just holding. Coming back to the middle. And now as we make our way down to the ground, it's like we're rolling over a big beach ball. So up and over, down towards the floor. Just let those arms hang heavy here. Hang those arms loose. Shake that head, yes. Let's shake that head no. All right, as we come up, just how we started, we roll up bone by bone. Rise that head on up. Give those shoulders a nice roll back. We are complete. Really nice work. I'll say thank you for tuning in to the first day of my little 24 Days of Pilates challenge. Hope to see you back tomorrow.